Ever since the introduction of Addramelech in Black Clover, he's been the most mysterious character thus far in the story. And in today's video, I will be discussing one of the mysteries surrounding him, one of the mysteries that we've been trying to, unreveal for the longest while, and that is his magic attribute and what we can use, what evidence we already have to back up and support the idea of what his iron magic could be. And so today is like the second video of Addramelech on this channel. First video I was discussing basically his master plan and the character that he is um you know similar to. You can check that out on the channel. It's like a year ago, a year old. And so yeah, check out that video. So today's second video about Addramelech on this channel, and Black Clover is, scheduled to return August 8th, and I feel as though it's gonna be a while before we see Addramelech make another move in the story. And so in this video I'll just like to, before that happens, we want to talk about potentially what his magic could be. In the last video I discussed what his overall plan may be, but this is really his magical attribute. And so yeah, let's get into it. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. This channel is like 80% Black Clover content, 80 to 90% Black Clover content. So if you like Black Clover, you're in the right place. For those of you who are already here already, thank you for your support. Thank you for the love that you've shown the channel. We've been growing the channel really good, and I hopefully by the end of this year can reach 1K subscribers, which is really good for the community that we're building here, Black Clover. Because people like saying that Black Clover is not really talked about as much during this time around, but trust me, we're here for it, and I've got a lot of theories and discussions and stuff to talk about when it comes to Black Clover. So without further ado, let's drop that now. Addramelech, Cream Devils of the Cleaford Tree to be exact. His standing on that tree is second place, and seen as though we've been introduced to some of them already, like Lilith and Nama, and we've seen their strengths and their weaknesses, and we've also seen the likes of Lucifer, the king, and seen as though we're in on the judgment day, or some speculate that we've long passed Lucifer and we've long past surpassed him. So looking into the likes of Addramelech, you wouldn't really see him as a threat anymore when it comes to his magical capabilities. But maybe it's not really his magical capabilities that we should be worried about, but it's something that we really want to see what it is about, what it can potentially do, and how it links to his character. And so his magical attributes. Many theories, many speculations about how his magical attributes could be. From the beginning we met him, his design, his speech bubbles indicate something about him. That his magic could be linked maybe to poison. 'Cause he has this laid back, droopy, conniving personality that seems like he's very, more like a snake, devious, cunning. And so his peoples can be a little poison, a droopy feeling, if you know of a sort, something nauseous, something that is parasitic, the sort of toxic to be exact, and that could link to poison. And it's really troublesome in the case where poison now it's debunked by how we see the theme that the Cleaford Devils magical attributes are going in, with the likes of them being nature based, something that derived from nature and is a core concept of the universe. Poison is not a core concept of the universe, so it's really, I'm not alluding to the idea that his magic might be poison, seen as though. So the idea of his speech bubbles being of like toxicity or something of the sort that indicates poison, it's not really going anywhere. So poison is one of the least likely options of being his magic at this point around. Another interesting one we've seen is him having the likes of water magic. Water magic. And I've seen many say this, that it kind of makes sense because yes, water is one of the main concepts of the universe, something that is one of the exceller of life potential, essentially. And yeah, it kind of can make sense. Seen as though yes, water indicates liquidity, and that could also tie into how his speech bubbles are kind of like liquid-like, and his overall design, his body looks seen as though it's like have clams. He kind of indicates like a scales, fish scales or something of the sort. So it kind of could be that he is potentially water-based and could have something like water magic of something of the sort. So I really like that one. I potentially lead into the fact that he might have water magic, and yeah, and it kind of makes sense, seen as though his stand-in is the is right after little Nama, who was fire and ice. So him having water magic is not too far of a stretch. So yeah, water magic is one of the more likely options of being his magic potentially, and I really like the idea of it. We could very much see devil water magic from the likes of him and what it could do, right? And I think that'd be potentially good, and how Tabata can portray it in the story, right? um yeah, water magic has an insane potential in the terms of infiltration, attack potency, defense. Water can do a lot of things, and from the likes of the devil, water magic could be good for the likes of Addramelech, and I potentially think that could be one of his magical attributes. Another one that people lead into is the idea of him having wind magic. And now I bring this theory to you from the likes of Jack Oates over on Twitter. In his recent tweet, he stated that wind magic, or potentially even lightning, could be or could very much be one of these possibilities of being Addramelech's magic. And more on wind magic, because lightning is not so much, but wind magic has when you take into account the fact that, you know, his placement on the tree being the second devil, the second placed devil on the tree, the Cleaver tree that is, and how he's literally right between Nama and Lilith, fire and ice, and you have the likes of Ball who ranks after him that possesses atmospheric magic. So you'd have something that correlates with both of them in the between. So when it comes to like the likes of wind magic, that works perfectly. And wind is some of the sort that's, you know, wind is like compressed in the atmosphere. And not to get too science based, but you know how wind is like a thing created by pressure and certain movements in the atmosphere. So wind is a component that is comprised of in the universe, of in the nature. So with that, when you take that into account, wind magic is very much a possibility for Addramelech, and not only that, it could be a nice little surprise, seeing as though his recent history with and how they've met once upon a time, and you could build some connections between the both. And I think wind magic could be interesting from the likes of a devil, and yeah, wind magic is up there as well. And seeing as though it also follows the rule of nature-based elements. And if not wind magic, guys, there's this one, the last one that I've talked about before in my last video about Addramelech, is the likes of him having a magic that is star-based, sun-based to be exact. Something of heat, like a heat, or of star, right? Let's just think of that sun magic potentially. That's where I'm going to. Sun magic could very much be the possibility for Addramelech just the same, but this one, unlike the others, is a bit of a stretch. Why? Because, like I said, when you take into account the pattern at which these devils' magic are going in and how they're ranked based on their position in the Cleaver tree, Addramelech having sun magic doesn't necessarily make sense in that regard. Because you jump from fire to ice and sun, then next up you have atmospheric magic and even the likes of earth magic that was granted to Morris, Paladin Morris to be exact. It's kind of weird. Because, like, wait, why would Addramelech have sun magic? But then, when you also take into account that Addramelech was in demonology, if we take into account that Tabata always takes inspiration from demonology itself, the Addramelech in demonology is worshipped as a sun god, and many of us speculate that perhaps Tabata will draw inspiration from that, to some degree at least, and have Addramelech have something of the sort, like sun magic, if not sun magic, something derived from sun, like radiation of some sort, and even both of those concepts are of the nature of the universe. So that's very much a possibility for the likes of Addramelech. And if not, like I said, it's not sun magic, because sun magic is very extreme, and it kind of outweighs the fact that it's like right after fire and ice, then comes afterwards atmospheric magic. It's kind of a huge jump and then a fall off in the order that which the devil's magics are going in the Cleaver tree, but still just the same, Tabata can do anything and surprise us with the likes of Addramelech. And like I said, if it's not sun magic, it could be a variant of sun magic. I don't know, like heat, radiation, something of the sort. That could also explain like his speech bubbles being an indication of something melting, and even his overall late summer vibes, how he's just a laid back character. And it could tie into something. It could even surprise us, be of a shock factor when his magic is revealed to be that of sun magic or heat based. But then again, all of these speculations, all of these theories, all you have of his magic, and could very much be wrong. from the all the way back from poison coming up to wind and sun magic could very much be off mark. But then again, we're just using what we have and know about Addramelech. As I said, he's one of the most mysterious characters in Black Clover. We're now in the final saga. He's revealed to us in the Spade Kingdom raid arc, and we're yet to very know of his motives, of his importance to Lucius as of now. And yeah, overall, we just want to know more about him, and these magic attributes could spell some insights on him and his motives, and that's why we want to figure it out before then. And without further ado, guys, if you like anything we discussed in today's video, if you like any of these attributes discussed today, theories correlated with them, please share your opinion on them down below. State something that probably I missed out on or something of the sort, and don't forget to check out the video if you haven't already about Addramelech and his hidden plan. That was a good video I cooked up like a year ago. But yeah, without further ado, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in another one. Peace.